Let's come to the Nclex, which is like a masquerade to some people. A lot of people have food. Tell us, how did you go about your Nclex?
It was 100% independent. So it was. I mean, it should not be taken for granted. It's I think it's the most difficult exam.
Yeah, just listen up there. 3 things
to be able to.
3 things.
Your IELTS in one sitting.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Buzzing with Jalozone. I'm on the studio with the finest Francis. Francis, can you just greet the audience? Yeah.
Hello, good day everyone. My name is Francis, and I am a nurse here in the UK, and I've been here for about 3 years now. Hopefully, we'll delve into more of that in the course of the discussion.
Thank you. I've got Francis here on the studio, and to share one or two experience as a practicing registered nurse here in the UK, who've got a lot of experience, who is competent at a very high level. And the essence of this is to navigate through your experiences here as a nurse within these 3 years you've practiced here. Would you say, Francis, you are very fulfilled having left Nigeria to practice nursing in the UK?
Well, that would be a could be a two-phase question.
Yeah.
Fulfillment on one part, and then maybe, when you take a look back and say, we could do something better back home, you see. So yeah, fulfillment, definitely. On a personal level, I am not at, the same position where I was before I left. There's been a lot of growth, there's been a lot of development, But every day I walk into the office here, into the ward theater where I do work now. One thing constantly keeps ringing in my head. Yes. Why can't we replicate this back home? So it keeps there's that room for. There's
that gap,
Yeah. There's that room for.
This is quite stunning, because in the course of my relationship with people, I haven't had this from a lot of nurses. This is one nurse that still hungers to have a high level of, hospital and, also a high level of functioning health system as seen in the Western world to be replicated back home. So what it means is that at some point in your career, you are looking forward to going back home.
100%. It's not a matter of some point. It's a matter of counting down. So the bars and everything has already been set. We're just trying to get as much experience as possible, because
let's come to the Nclex, which is like a masquerade to some people. A lot of people have phobia for these almighty exams. And here you are in the UK, you have seamlessly passed your Nclex Rn in one sitting, isn't it?
Yeah, in one sitting.
So did you want to share with us, how did you go about it? Did you use an agency? Was it maybe a group support, or was it a independent study? Tell us, how did you go about your Nclex?
It was 100% independent. So it was just our personal study and all of that. I've never been one for group study.
Yes.
I just do my thing at my own pace, So the Nclex is one exam. I mean, it should not be taken for granted. I think it's the most difficult exam.
Yeah. Oh, you can say that again.
It's the most difficult exam
you've written, isn't it?
I've written so far. It's the
so even when it comes to IELTS, you feel Nclex.
No. IELTS is not an exam, to compare to Nclex.
Nclex, good stuff.
So
how do you do it?
But then you need. I'd say you need 3 things to be able to.
Just listen up there. 3 things
to be able to.
3 things.
Your IELTS in one sitting.
Your Nclex. 3 things.
In one.
Okay.
You need 3 things.
Yeah.
You are going to be determined to do it.
Determination. 1.
you will need determination. Hey, this is what I want to do now. Secondly, you will really need to prepare for it.
Yeah.
I have a history of not preparing for exams and going to write them myself.
Yeah, I will say that of myself too. So when you need to prepare, you will give us a rundown of. You have an edge, okay? You shouldn't be scared to approach Nclex exam.
I mean, there are so many things that we already do here. You'll be amazed at the similarity, of what you would see in the Nclex exam.
The Nclex exam.
Like, yeah, I think I've had this experience.
Good,
I think I know what. Some of those things may not really be, an experience you live through, but because you have had or you have worked in a certain
through that clinical setting,
that clinical setting, you can be able to predict and say, okay, of the option A, B, C,
you begin to rule out,
and then you begin to rule out. I think this is the best thing to do. If this year to be my patient right now, this is what
That's my this is what I'll prioritize.
Exactly, I'll prioritize this. I'll prioritize that. Then I think that gives you an edge.
So we've got that. So what textbook did you use?
In terms of preparation, duration of preparation, textbook, and all of that, I don't recommend. Don't do what I did.
No, tell us.
I'm just saying.
If you tell us, we can. You can marry what works for you. Do you understand? But want to hear from.
No, of course. I'll say what I did or how I did it and all of that. But I don't think if anybody does that, just don't do it.
Okay.
Because just don't do it.
So tell us, how did you do it?
Now, okay. So I think I started the whole Nclex preparation. I think I started that somewhat around the middle of 2022.
2022.
I just said,
about June or stuff,
Yeah, about June, July, August. I think August. Then created the CGFNS account, started to get all the documentations and everything they needed. Then in my own case, I think I had an issue with sending transcripts from my school.
Yeah.
And I got that sorted. Then again, I had an issue with NMC Nigeria sending my doing my license verification and all.
Yeah.
That one took, say, give or take 5 months to sort out because I was not on ground.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't release certificates and all to an external party. So that took me time, to get that sorted out. So that's partly
what took your time.
One of the major reasons why that delayed. Then from the time CGFNS got all the documents they needed, sent me a mail, you've got everything we need. We're now reviewing, your document has gone into the review phase. Then I used the Texas Board. I had to now go to Texas Board of Nursing portal, created an account with them, and then paid their registration fee, and they now gave me a link to, I think, Identigo to do fingerprints.
Okay.
So
I hope you're following up with the guidelines. Okay, yeah, good.
So got the fingerprints being sorted out. I did it myself. I called my friend who had done the same thing in London. He was like, he went to the police station and they charged him £100, and I'm like, I'll give this a shot. I just bought the fingerprint card from Amazon. It was about £5 or so.
Okay.
Then bought an ink pad, normal ink pad, and did my thumb printing and all of that. And then sent it off, and it was cool. Like, why did you go to
£100? Yeah.
Apparently, some people just have this attitude of, I don't want trouble. I don't want trouble. Let me just. I want problems. I want issues.
Yeah, that's been adventurous.
Yeah, exactly. So I like to do things myself. So I got that sorted. Luckily, Identigo received it. Yeah, it was cool for.
You said it is Identigo.
Identigo, yeah.
Identigo, is that like a website?
I think they work hand in hand with your Texas Board. I think
okay.
It's more like these security systems guys that fingerprints, run your fingerprints through no crime and all of that, and then have a database for fingerprints.
Okay.
So send that off, and then I had to open an account with Pearson VUE, of course. They administer the exam.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
So when I now had got the Pearson VUE account created, paid, and I think that was about $200.
$200, okay.
For the Texas, I think it was $150.
Okay.
Then paid that. And then with the Texas board as well, you need to write a jurisprudence exam, medical jurisprudence. But apparently, with other states of nursing board, you don't really need to do that. I think it's only Texas that does that.
So did you do that jurisprudence exam?
Yeah, I did the jurisprudence
I remember sometime when I was trying to apply to go to Canada, I did that exam too.
Yeah, I did the jurisprudence exam. It's pretty much easy and straightforward.
Yeah.
Well, at
More
point,
of ethics, you know.
And it's open book actually, so you can sort of do your thing. But it was, I just woke up one morning and say, I'm off today. Let me just get this out of the way. Just sat down, opened it, what's here, and then got it done, passed it. So then after that, sent the fingerprints. After that, I did the Pearson VUE account. And in the process of doing all that, I now got a message back from CGFNS. My report is ready and everything is now being sent to Texas board.
Yeah.
So I think it took about 3 to 4 weeks from the time I got that message till the time when I got my ATT. Now the ATT is coming now because I have got all the accounts created already. So I've got the Texas, I've got the Pearson VUE.
Yeah.
So it all came in seamless. Then from the point the ATT arrived, it gave me 75 days to book for the exam.
75 days, and that is approximately 2 months and 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 months and 2 weeks. Yeah.
So that's 75 days. In the process of all these things, I had created an account with Achas Nclex Review.
Achas.
There are a couple of, preparation models, preparation materials.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So at the point I was like, UWord. I really didn't go to UWord because a lot of people.
But UWord is good. A lot of people have testified.
A lot of people say UWord.
Yeah. But that's
I had a friend who used Achas. Achas is a lot more simplified.
Achas. So it's ARCHEX. Achas, yeah?
ARCHERS.
Achas. Okay, we'll put that in the link below this video.
Yeah. So I did the Achas thing while I was doing all these processes. I think I paid about $180 for it.
Whooping sum of $180.
Yeah, so
that's quite some money, man. But that's good.
You know what? That was for 6 months. That I paid this as far back as 2022 when I started creating the account. When the ginger was there.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to use it. It expired. I didn't open it. So when I got the ATT, I went back to Achas. Resubscribe, paid another $180 for say another, I think for 3 months. Now more comprehensive. With videos, past questions, and a lot of tutorials and all of that. So I actually really started preparing for my Nclex from the point where I got that ATT. So, and then, because he was like, oh, this is real.
So that means you had like barely 2 months to prepare.
Yeah, just barely 2 months to prepare for the exam.
Wow.
And on top of that, I wasn't reading every day. People that know me knows I can.
I would wonder. You're not that kind of guy that would sit in a place and read. You're just like me,
Yeah, what I did was, currently I work in theaters and I close at 6 p.m. So after 6 p.m. most of the days, I will stay back and do 2 hours
study.
2 hours study, then go back home. My days off, I'll say I'll prepare for this. Then you lay in bed, 10 a.m. Before you know it's 12, before you know it's 5, and then you say, oh shit, what's the need? We'll go again the next day.
Yeah,
and that's it.
So
kept doing that.
Were you studying? Did you use any textbook?
No textbook.
So you were just doing the review.
I just did the ATAS review. Did a lot of their practice questions. Some I failed, some I got them. For the ones I failed, I go back and look at the rationale. And then I think about a week or 2 weeks towards the exam, I stopped doing the practice questions. I went solely into the lectures. When I'm committing to work.
So on the ATAS network, they've got lectures too.
Yeah, they've got lectures. They've got, they broke it down into systems,
So would you say on the day of the exam, that really helped you?
Yeah, it does. I mean, of course.
The questions you saw.
Of course, it does. It did 100%, because without the ATAS, I wouldn't even.
This is good. Now, we're recommending people to subscribe to.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, it will really help you.
ATAS was the only thing I use. You know how people will go and buy Kaplan textbook, buy some.
Yeah, some people will say, use Sanders. Once you use Sanders from page 1 to the last page, you will pass Nclex. Though it has worked for some people.
How many pages is Sanders? Sanders is.
And you don't have that patience.
I cannot read that. No, I can't do that. I can't do it.
A lot of people can't. A lot of people can't.
But
for the bookworms, they can sit down and read.
Fairs, 100%. If you can,
you know what I think? It has to do with intelligence. People who are highly intelligent can work on review questions and pass exams.
Okay.
But people who are not that intelligent might need to read those textbooks. I think that will be my summary about
way of summarizing.
Yeah, so I would say, welcome. You are one of those intelligent, very intelligent nurses. I will do a boss for you. Give me a boss. Give me a boss. We're gonna say boss. Yeah. Thank you, Francis. That's a job well done. You've navigated through a very rigorous, cumbersome process, as people may have it, and you've simplified it for us. You've made it look very, very easy. And now a lot of people who are going to see this video will be encouraged.
Yeah.
They will be encouraged to know Nclex is not as ambiguous as people say it.
You just have to
approach it using Francis' concept, and when you do that, come back and thank him. Come back and say thank you, Francis, for the guideline you've given to us. I'm happy, you're here on the studio to throw light to people out there on how to navigate easily if you want to go to the US. And you're not even in a haste because you're still in the UK.
No, at the minute I'm still here.
Just to have that Nclex, just by the corner, just in case.
It's done and sorted. I don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah,
so it's just there.
That was a giant strike.
Yeah, if the
Thank you very much,
arises that I have to use it, then it's there. I just pick it up and then
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Minute, yeah.
This is a big motivation for a lot of people who've had this plan.
Yeah.
But they don't know how to go about it.
Yeah, the things with plan is that you just have to wake up one day like a madman and say, hey, I'll just go ahead with this.
And do it.
Yeah. Because no matter how much you plan to do something, it doesn't get it done until you start to do it.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, and for the exams, I don't think that is an exam for people to be afraid of. Yeah. It's just, you just have to commit to preparing for it, and you will pass it.
Thank you.
I mean, with the new generation Nclex now, it's more, I think there's a higher pass rate than there was previously.
So they brought in a new format for Nclex.
Yes,
and you did the new one.
I did the new one.
And you feel the new one is quite easier to pass.
I think from what I've heard people say, I think the new generation has a higher pass rate than the previous. Not that it's easy, but I think for some reasons, maybe the marking scheme have changed. Maybe I don't know why, but I think there's a higher pass rate with the new generation.
So, what are you waiting for? So you don't need to be scared anymore. You don't need to be afraid of the new format of Nclex. Okay, Francis has told us
just prepare yourself.
It is very easy to navigate. It is very easy to pass. I expect to see a high pass rate, and I expect to see a lot of nurses, who would say today, I'm going to do Nclex. And when you've done your Nclex, come back and comment on this video. Thank you very much. And we're so happy to have Francis on the channel.
Thank you for having me. Hopefully we'll be,
and we'll have a lot more to talk about with Francis. Yeah. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
A big boss for you.
Thank you.